Alright, we're at Goat Island. The wind is very strong. There's white caps out there, white caps back there. The wind's going to kind of come at this angle most of the day, the clock over here at night. So we should be fine. But yeah, the goats got the underbrush just cleaned out on there. So let me get a spike pole, tie a rag to the end of it, and grab my I don't know if there's 10 goats over there. There could be 200 goats over there. I don't know. It could be mating season. They could be angry. I don't know what kind of goats they are. But I want to walk around. I want to take a spike pole with a rag on the end of it to distract them, and just in case, I'll grab my bear spray just in case. But hook set, we're looking good. I don't know if you can tell in the camera. There's a little cove, a little cutout right here. I'd like to get in there, but I don't know what the depth is. This lake has me very scared. I mean, it's very. I don't like Pickwick Lake at all. I do not like it. Like I said, 30 foot of water 1 minute, 6 foot of water the next minute. So I came in here under a knot, and yeah, my heart was pounding the whole time. So that's that. Use your best judgment on Pickwick Lake. I did notice that none of the loopers stopped on Pickwick Lake. I didn't see anybody stop and anchor. I saw one guy come in to get fuel at one of the marinas, and I had to flag him off so he wouldn't hit bottom, wouldn't ground himself. So maybe they know in the little looper network, you know, little chat rooms online. Just, I don't know. I'm the only one out here. Everyone else just kind of passes right through. So let's go check this out. You never know. I need something to do. Goat Island. Not a lick of underbrush. Definitely goats on this island somewhere. Come on. Water's not very clear, but I'm going to try and make water before I leave. I see goat tracks everywhere. All right. When the goats find me, I'll turn you guys back on. I see a shelter of some kind over there. We're going to walk over there. Let me get the parking brake going. Oh, there's the boat. Well, right off the bat, I can see about 24 trees that are uprooted like this. I know it's the wind, but I'm like, man, I hope to God it's not the goats. Some pretty big goats. If that's the case, look at all these uprooted trees up here. All through there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh, just right there. And all these right here. Just blown over. There's more on the other side. Look at this. Boy, I hope the goats didn't do this. That's some pretty mean goats. Man, heck of a windstorm came through here. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10 more right there blowing over. Man. Glad my boat wasn't out here then. That'd make for a rough night. Alright. I don't see any goats yet. Oh, spider web. I'll find you when they find me. You're on my head. Hopefully you are angled the right way. There's wild goats. Wild goats on Goat Island. I'll take you off my head. Get my phone out, zoom in. But yeah, there are wild goats on Goat Island. That's the big boy there. He's got a big long beard. You're just curious and quiet all by yourself. Yeah, I don't want to get too close to him. I'm gonna walk over here. No, you don't follow me because he's following you. Don't follow me. There we go. Stay away. Alright, we found him. Morning, day 41. I'm still here at Goat Island. Kind of foggy out there. Not really. Maybe not. Yeah, day 41, engine's warming up. It's cold. I got my little, I got some Goose Down moccasins down there with like outdoor soles. They're my wintertime shoes. I got my Goose Down moccasins sitting there and a pair of sweatpants. I don't want to get my, I don't know if the anchor chain's going to toss mud everywhere when I'm up there messing with it. I don't want to get mud on my sweatpants. So when I pull the anchor, I'll put on some comfy clothes. All right, today's the day I'm going to enter the ditch. We'll see how that goes. We're going to push it hard. I got a long ways to go. I got up a little bit early. I probably should have left an hour ago, but you know, I've been messing around. All right, it's day 41. I just now entered the ditch. I guess this bridge here is the start of the ditch. That's still lake back there. Once you cross under this bridge, according to your map, according to your charts, this is a little tiny itty bitty stream. Everyone calls it a ditch. No one's ever talked bad about it. I just always assumed that it was going to be like 18 feet wide. But no, look, that's the ditch. It looks really tiny on the map. I never measured it or anything, but yeah, plenty of room in the ditch. To me, it looks like a river. You know, I mean, it actually looks like a man-made canal more with the shoreline construction. But that's the ditch. I don't know the depth out there. I'm not sure. I'm not going to deviate from the middle of the channel. The depth here is I have 11 feet under the keel. But let me zoom out and show you. There's the lake, there's the ditch. Just a little waterway that comes off, little tiny thing. Looks real scrawny. But I'm gonna anchor over here somewhere tonight. There's an anchorage here, but it's a really nice anchorage back here. If I can make it back there. I don't know what it's called. Got good reviews. A lot of wildlife. And get zoom back into like 500 feet. Turn a little bit to the right. See the center of the channel here. Black line is my heading, my course line. I'll line it up. So I'm way down the river. I'm in the middle of the channel. I'm still kind of swinging. I'm coming back the other way now. Nice and easy. All right, so we're good now. So we're going to be in the middle of the channel way down there. I got a second pot of coffee on. Find you later. All right. The hook has been dropped. I am on, excuse me. There we go. I am on Bay Springs Lake. Bay Springs Lake. On the Anchorage guide, it doesn't have a name, but it's over by the lock. It's they call it like Five Fingers Branch. There's like Eagle Cove 1, Eagle Cove 2 or something. So I'm back in excuse me, I really gotta find something to drink. Like Five Finger Branch is what it's called. There's all kinds of coves back here. I have a lot of wind coming right at me, and it's very tight. I can see land sticking out underwater way out to here, and I can see land sticking out way out to here. I'm in 12 foot under the keel, 16 foot right here. It shows 30 foot on the charts. I don't know how accurate. It shows 30 foot all the way back there, but I'm not trusting it. We had good depth. It was in the 20s up there. It got down to like 16 feet right here, so I went ahead and dropped the hook because it was kind of wide. We had this little circle spot right here. Now, it was kind of hard because the boat grabs a lot of wind. So I would come up here and try and drop the hook, and the boat would start to veer off, and the remote that I had for the anchor was the dead remote. I had to go find the live remote, so I kept drifting over here. I didn't want to anchor over here. But I put a stern anchor out. I don't have to right now. The wind's blowing that way, I'm fine. But I got a stern anchor way back here. I put it out because the wind's going to clock around in a circle all night. And I may be here 2 days. I think there's a stern anchor. You can probably see it back there somewhere. Yeah, it's just a safety. You can see how the wind is kind of kicking me around. Quite a lot of wind headed straight at me. So it kind of makes the boat, you know, if you have a sailboat, it kind of kicks around in the wind. So it's going to clock all the way around. I think come from this way at night, and then tomorrow from this way, then tomorrow afternoon come back this way. So I'll just put a stern anchor out just so I don't have to worry about it. But it looks like fun back here. Coming in, it looked nice. I'm going to take the Dink carburetor apart, get her running good. I may get the kayak out. I may stay back here for maybe 3 days, at least 2 days. I'm going to leave this cove and go to another cove and go to another cove. And the lake itself is like 56 feet. Once you get, the northern tip's kind of shallow, then the channel starts to get like 54, 56, something like that. You leave the channel to come in here, it's still 52 feet coming in, at least. Then there's a shelf. It maintains about 35 feet all the way in. Then there's a shelf. It jumps to like, I don't know, maybe 25 feet maybe. And then you come back in these little coves back here. But that's that. Just, again, the stern anchor is just a precaution so I don't get blown that way at night. And I can see land all the way out to here. I could see this bank was all the way out to here underwater. It's kind of clear water. I didn't want to get caught on anything. And that's that. Whatever I said it was called, the lake, I don't remember now. Too many lakes, too many waterways, too many anchorages. But yeah, I like it here. I had a boat pass me in the drainage ditch. I was talking to them to see if they had any trouble, any problems with their charts on Pickwick Lake. And they said yes. They had a buddy boat with them that in deep water on their charts ran aground, destroyed their boat, had to get all new undercarriage or something. They got towed into a marina, probably waiting on the insurance. So they were out of commission. So be careful on Pickwick Lake. Be very careful. I noticed, one thing I noticed, I didn't see any loopers at the anchorages. I was there, what, 4 days, maybe? I don't remember, 4 or 5 days at anchor, jumped around a couple spots, and I didn't see any loopers at all. I think that they got the memo on the little looper network, and they just went right through it, and went right. They stayed in the channel right through it. I'm not a part of that network. I didn't get the memo, but charts are no good. The online USCS, GS, whatever, Corps of Engineer charts are no good, no good. You can be in 35 feet of water. You can, the chart will say 35 foot. You'll be in 6. Like I said, when it says 23, you're in knee deep. So whoever did those charts, hello, Army Corps of Engineers. If you did the charts, you need to find that guy and fire him. He didn't go to work that day. He just sat at the bar writing numbers down and said, "The heck with it." He did not do his job. But good water here, nice lake, surprisingly clean. I'll make some water back here probably tomorrow. That's it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go screw off somewhere. I'll find you later. So I took the camera off my head and I put it down inside. I had these dry compartments all over the boat. I had the camera down inside this dry compartment. I didn't want to get a weird suntan on top of my head from being out there in the sun with this weird head strap on. Anyway, camera's in here, came out of here, came out this little point, and right there's a little baby fawn standing there, and she kind of hung out for a while, but by the time I got the camera out, she took off. But there's a little tiny fawn right there. All right, so I guess I got to wear the camera more often. it's so hard to stay awake. Not a sound. Not a bird chirping. Nothing. Occasionally a fish will jump. I think I'm the only one on the entire lake. No, when I was out yakking earlier, I ran into a fish shocker, stunner boat, whatever you want to call it. And yes, it had a Honda generator. It was the Park District out doing a fish survey. So hard to stay awake. So hard to stay awake. Sun's really hot. The breeze is really chilly. So it's like a perfect mix. Taking a nap. Morning. Day 44. Still on Bay Springs Lake. You got 5 days of rain coming. Today's the last good day. I may stay here another week. I think I've been here 3 or 4 days already. I like it. I'm the only person. Period. I've heard no birds. I've seen no boats. I've talked to no people. This is not. I really don't want to leave and be disappointed somewhere else. This is. I could stay here for months. This is very nice back here. So I'm gonna do a food inventory today. Because as far as I'm concerned, without getting a marina slip and making reservations and getting a courtesy car and all this stuff, as far as I'm concerned, dropping the hook, between here and the Gulf, that's 2 weeks of no grocery stops. I don't see anywhere to get groceries unless you got a car to drive an hour and a half into town. So I got to see what kind of food I got left to make it the next 2 weeks. Better than that, I don't feel like I'm getting ready to enter the Dirty Dozen. It's 12 locks. I understand, and some of them are like 3 locks a day, or 3 locks within a 1 mile area, stretch. So if we have 5 days of thunderstorms, I really don't feel like locking 3 times a day on some, and in tracking, having the companionway open and in and out of the boat, just getting everything all wet. So I got no problem staying here another week at all. So that's, I'll look at the weather a little closer. I'll look at the my food inventory. But today's fiberglass day. I prepped that area for the conduit the other day. I sanded it down. I got a game plan. I fitted a mold, things like that. Now I got to go prep it, clean it up. And today is a baby step. I don't know how I describe this. It's one thing to lay 8-inch pieces of fiberglass, piece of cake. But today it's going to be those long 6-inch like hemostat tweezers and little tiny 1/8-inch, 1/4-inch pieces of glass, resin roll. It's going to be tight, small fiberglass. It's a long story, but there's a drain weep hole, and I have to go underneath everything and around all kinds of aluminum. It's just going to be a pain in the butt. It's a real tiny, fine-tuned, itty-bitty, delicate fiberglass work today. And then I'll touch base with it again later after the rain stops, and I'll cover it up, pull the mold out, cover it up, call it quits, and I'll come back to it another day and work on it some more. But I got to get the basic shape of the mold down today, and a lot of it's going to be real tiny, itty-bitty pieces laid up with a pair of tweezers. But that's that. Day 44, Bay Springs Lake, and I may be here another week. No problem with that. All right, see you. Day 45. Cold. Rainy. Windy. Yeah, I don't want to be outside. I might go fishing later or something, but I don't feel like checking through locks in this kind of weather. So you got a strong stern wind, hold me tight on my stern anchors, hold me tight. I'll leave it alone. I think it's going to be, the wind's going to be coming from behind me, I think, until Wednesday. I think today's Sunday, I think. I may move to another cove, get closer to the lock, and I'll look at the weather. But when the weather breaks, I'll I'll probably move to another cove when the weather breaks, and then stay there one day maybe, and then take off after that, perhaps. Yeah, I don't want to sit here too long and eat up all my groceries. Um, I have plenty of food, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get food at all from here to Mobile unless I go to Marina and get a courtesy car and all kinds of stuff. I'm not seeing anywhere to get food unless I had to go that route, and I'm not a big fan of that. So we'll see. But that's that. Sunday, day 45. Rain, wind, nasty out there. All right, it's movies all day. Movie day. Day 48. It's like 25 knots of wind out there, 38 degrees, and pouring down rain. It was really bad last night. I actually drugged my stern anchor last night. The wind was coming from my stern, and I had a lot of slop in the boat this morning, so I was walking around checking things out, and I noticed that I had like 15 foot of slack in my stern anchor. So apparently it drug and they reconnected. But man, I'm so glad I didn't leave. Could you imagine, 4 or 5 days of just standing out there in 25 knots of wind, 38 degrees outside, raining sideways? It would just be a cold, miserable mess. And on top of that, the anchorages are junk. From here, unless I'm looking in the wrong spots. I mean, I'm in the middle of whatever lake I was in, the last big lake before you enter the Dirty Dozen. And I'm going to assume the lake faces north and south. I'm on the east side in a series of coves. So you can get lost back here. There's so many little coves. You just go in, there's just fingers everywhere. I've been kayaking all through them. And I was going to say, yeah, I'm just kind of dragging my feet on leaving here because I have like maybe 18 days, maybe 460 miles or something if I just take my time to get to Mobile, and it's just crap anchorages, just crap. I mean, I see a nice one on Google Maps. I'll zoom in and look around and check the anchorage guide. It'll be 3 foot of water. I'm like, really? I can't get in there. So I'm, really hesitant to leave here. I like it here a lot. So I highly recommend this spot. Come here, stay here for a month or a week or whatever, and then continue on. The only boat I've seen back here is that Fish Stunner boat, and I was way, way out in another cove in my kayak. I have seen no boats, period, back in anywhere. I haven't talked to anybody. I haven't heard a boat. I haven't heard an engine. I haven't heard a bird. It's just so quiet. It was very nice for many days until the rain. I knew the rain was coming, but it's pretty crappy out there. It's really nasty. So it's supposed to stop tomorrow. I'm making preparations to leave tomorrow. I don't want to, but I'm making preparations to leave tomorrow. Get this show on the road. I've been trying to do busy work. I think I don't know if I was here or somewhere else, but I took the carburetor off the dink and went all through it, and the dink runs 100%. She's good to go. I did a bunch of fiberglass. I serviced the fuel system on the engines and generator and everything. It's all been going through. I did a bunch of fiberglass work on the where the mast step is, where the conduit goes through the deck. I've been talking about it a lot. And I started it, but it's too cold now. I don't want to do fiberglass work at 38 degrees outside and raining. So I fitted a mold, did a little bit of glass work, and then I started looking at it some more. What I'm going to do is when I get down south to warmer weather, I'm going to take the entire mast step off. It needs to come off. I want to reseal everything. I have no issues now, but I might as well reseal everything while I got the mast off. But the drainage holes, the weep holes, horrible design. I mean, horrible design. I mean, the long story, they should have made that rectangular, not circle, and they should have put the weep hole on both sides, not in the middle. It's just horrible design. So I'm going to take the mast step off, flip it over, take my grinder, my drill, and put additional channel pass, put new pass in, and put new weep holes on both sides, and get that knocked out, modify that so it works a lot better, and then I'm going to finish out that fiberglass work when I get down south, a little warmer weather. Plus my gel coat set up in the can. I have no gel coat, so I need to order gel coat to the marina so I can, finish it out. But other than that, man, it's crap weather. It's nasty, but you gotta love it. I got the furnace. It's all battery powered. I don't have any sun. There's no sun out there, so I'm not making any power. But I got a huge battery bank, so my batteries are getting lower every day. But they've been lasting all week with just this crap sun out here. Oh, I might just wrap this up now, and we'll start the next video. I think that this lock I'm going through, I'm pretty sure it's like an 80-foot drop or an 88-foot drop or something. I'll have to Google that. So I'll get that on time lapse, dropping out. That's the largest drop I think on the entire river system or the loop system here, and maybe I'll just start that. That'll be the start of the next video, I think. Let's wrap it up.